What up, YouTube? It's your boy Open Mind. Recording this video late at night. Couldn't sleep. Figured I'd go outside, blaze one, and give y'all a little piece of my mind. Sorry for the darkness, but I don't want to show my face. I ain't looking too hot. Shit is late at night. Got a fucking scarf on my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking YouTube savvy right now, but y'all know what the fuck I look like. Y'all don't need to see my face in this video. Y'all need to hear what I'm saying in the video. I want to touch on religion versus the law of the land. Touchy subject, but not so touchy into the sense where I'm trying to be offensive, because I'm not going to shit on your beliefs in this video. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to shit on your beliefs, because what the fuck is that going to do? You know what I'm saying? That's not going to do anything. If I tell you to stop believing in whatever the fuck you believe in, even if you stopped believing in that religion that you follow, no longer believing in it still won't help you. I'm going to tell y'all something that's going to help you. If you believe that your beliefs is what helps you out through life, fine. I mean, what the fuck? Whatever the fuck make your dick hard or your pussy wet. You know what I'm saying? Do you. But it doesn't mean that your circumstances are going to change for the better or for the worse, whether you continue to believe or not continue to believe. I want everybody to focus on what's in front of them, which is not a lie or conspiracy theory or even my opinion. This is fact. I mean, in my Beans voice, facts. I'm dropping facts in this video. Facts. Okay. Christian, Muslim, Wiccan, Taoist, Buddha, Hindu, Seventh-day Adventist, Judaism, name the religions. It does, you name them, you know what they are. But then there's one word I'm going to say as you give the list, as you think about all the religions, and then on the other side of the line, law. You got your religions, and then you have the law. Every nation, United States, Europe, Africa, China, Japan, Australia, Canada, Mexico, South America. All of these continents, all of these nations, all of these land masses are controlled by governments. Now, what affects your life every day? Is it your religious belief? Or is it the law of the land that you live in? Now, planet Earth is an organic place. We breathe oxygen. There's animals, there's plants, there's elements. There's things we can't see that's there. It has nothing to do with a religious belief. It's just elements. Nature. Now, we have nature that operates independent of any religion or any law. The earth spins no matter what wars we fighting, no matter what we believe in, what we disbelieve in, whether you're an atheist or devout Christian, devout Muslim, devout whatever your religion is, the earth continues to spin, earth being nature. You look out into space, you see stars, you see the sun, you see other planets. And the little cameras and telescopes that we have in space that can show us what the fuck's going on out there, because we can't physically be there without the proper equipment to look at it. And then if you're a body in space, if you don't have the right equipment, you still can't see, 5 feet in front of you. You know what I'm saying? You still need some type of camera or strong type of telescope to look beyond your immediate surroundings if you are floating around in space. So if you happen to, get to space, if you in a spaceship, rocket ship, some goddamn where, and you get through the atmosphere, all you'll see is the Earth and maybe the moon, depending on which side of the Earth you left out of. But you're only going to see the moon and the Earth and the sun. Everything outside of that, the light's not going to reflect right away because you're no longer within the Earth's atmosphere to reflect the light of the stars. That's nature. All of that shit out there in the universe and space on planet Earth, it's all nature. And it all operates independent of anything we believe and any laws we make. So you got nature at the top, which gives no fucks about what we believe, no fucks about what laws we write, no fucks about nothing. Hurricanes come, wipe shit out. Earthquakes happen, wipe shit out. Rainstorms happen, flood shit. Nature. Animals, depending on their ferociousness and strength, will attack you, eat your ass the fuck up, and that animal is not going to jail unless it's in a zoo somewhere. And you call animal control. A wild bear is loose, in your backyard attacking your motherfucking plants, or the fuck attacking your dog. You call animal control. If they see the bear again, they shoot the bear. But that's in a city. If you out in the wilderness and you pitch a fucking tent and it's just you and the bear, if that bear eats your ass up, ain't no police coming to lock that bear up. That's nature. Nature operates independent of itself, whether it's an animal, a plant, an insect, or an element. It all operates independent of what the fuck we believe. Then the second thing, law. Man has placed laws on man. And that said law, if that man does not follow that law, there are men or groups of men who will lock that man up for violating that law. Right? Then you have your religious beliefs, which is third on the list. At the bottom, they have some leeway. Some, religions have some protections, but those protections are not given to them by the God that they believe in of that religion. Their protections come from the law that the man wrote. Because even nature don't give a fuck about a church, because a rainstorm, or if the motherfucker set a blaze to fire, like people set churches on fire, the hate groups will set a church on fire and burn it up. Fire flames is nature. That's a chemical makeup. That's in order to make a flame, you need a certain heat source and a vapor. Once those two things come together, you create a flame, right? Because fires don't burn off of liquid. Fires burn off of vapor. Look it up. But yet nature, nonetheless. Nature is always at the top because nature operates independent of itself. Then the law comes second because the man of the land set laws in place for other men to follow. Then the religion. The religion has to ask man for protections to protect itself, to sustain itself, to maintain itself, to exist. We all believe in our little gods, whatever God it is that you believe in, whatever you call God, your description of God. Your religion has a depiction of a God and you worship that deity that you can't see. You have a right to do that. Not telling you not to believe your God. I'm telling you to realize the reality of your situation, the reality of your life. You can go to a church, a mosque, synagogue, cathedral, meeting place to worship, pray, and practice your religion. But if anybody in that building breaks the law of the land, you can't pray enough or read enough scripture of your belief to get yourself out of trouble. What you're going to need is a lawyer to defend you if you break the law. You can break the laws of your religion and not get any repercussions. Break the law of man, your life is affected. And it's impossible to break the law of nature because nature will operate independent. Nature does its own thing. You can't beat nature no matter how much you believe, what you believe, or how bad or smart you think you are. Rain gonna fall out the sky. Wind gonna blow. The earth gonna shake, and the earth gonna motherfucking turn and spin around that ball of fire we see in the sky called the sun. It's gonna keep spinning. Your ass die, world gonna keep turning. While you alive, world gonna keep turning. So that's something we can't control. We just live in and operate within nature, and we just take nature as it comes. We prepare for nature. We can't stop it, but we can prepare for it, and we can survive it. But the law, which is the second thing in line of your existence, that is what directly controls your life. So as you hear your religious teachers preaching to you, your books, your religious books that tell you about the history of your God, preaching to you and reading to you, that does not help your everyday situation. It does not get you out of trouble. It does not save you. How is it that no matter what religion you subscribe to, if anything happens to you where you need some type of immediate aid, guaranteed protection, you have to call a lawyer or the police or any government official of the state, city, country, nation that you live in, whether it be the United States, Europe, China, Japan, Africa, so on and so forth. When you call upon someone to assist you and aid you, protect you, whatever the case may be, you call in the law. The law may send a soldier with a badge and gun and squad car, or the law may send someone in it with a shirt and tie on, with a briefcase. Then you go in front of someone who's wearing a robe, holding a gavel, and that individual or a jury is going to decide your fate, whether you suing somebody, whether you in trouble, whether you defending yourself or being prosecuted. The decision that's made for your life is made by an individual that is of the government or the law of the land. Even the preacher gotta go see the judge, people. Your pastor, whoever he or she is, whatever mega church or congregation or whatever building, convention center that y'all meet up at, and he or she is the head and do the preaching and the speaking and the traveling and the charitable works, whether they helping youth centers, whether they giving out free boxes of food, free boxes of water, all charitable stuff. Commendable behavior. Never will I shit on a group of people that want to collect a donation, use that donation money to feed people who need. Because even the law won't stop them from doing that because, hey, that's a charitable donation. But even all religious buildings have to get a permit to set their or build their building, call it a church, a synagogue, or mosque, or whatever title you want to give it. If that church or building does not pay the taxes to the law of the land, They can bulldoze it and turn it into a shopping center. Their God will not stop that bulldozer. Your God that you believe in, whatever it is, does not prevent the construction crew from tearing that building down as you, the pastor, congregation, or religious group, did not pay your taxes, taxes being a portion of the law. That's why the religion is at third and at the bottom. Because even nature will tear that building down via bad weather storm or flames. And even the judge can't stop nature, but the judge can stop your pastor, which is why law comes second. Once laws were created for lands, that became the God. The description of God or a God is a ruler, all-knowing, all-seeing, blah, blah, blah. That's the description we've been given of God. I have a different description of God. I say God is nature, because nature operates independent of itself, and it doesn't require you to have a belief. When rain fall, rain just gonna motherfucking fall. When wind blow, wind just gonna blow. You jump up in the air, gravity just gonna pull you the fuck down. That's the law of nature, which I say God is. God is just nature. And it operates independent of any belief. Whether you Christian, Muslim, Tao, Hindu, Buddha, the same wind gonna blow in your face and the same rain gonna fall on your head, no matter what you believe. You can be an atheist and say there is no such thing as God. Same rain gonna fall on your head, same wind gonna blow on your face, and the same gravity gonna pull you down when you jump up in the air. And all other elements of nature that operate in nature, animals, plants, insects alike, they all do what they want to do, and there's nothing to stop them. You can kill an insect, you can kill an animal, you can kill a fish. You can't kill the wind, you can't stop the rain, and you have no control over gravity. So there are some elements in nature that you can manipulate for yourself, but as a whole, you really can't stop nature. You have no control. You can kill an ant and look up, it's a million more of them motherfuckers coming. You just killed one. You can slap a mosquito on your arm trying to bite you. That's one mosquito. It's probably a billion of them motherfuckers sitting somewhere up under a rock, some goddamn where some moisture with a bunch of eggs. So you really ain't stopping shit, even if you kill an insect, even if you kill a mosquito, stomp on a roach, eat a piece of chicken or a hamburger. As long as those animals continue to breed, insects, fish, you can't stop it. They're going to reproduce and come back. You kill a roach, you bomb your house, still gonna have roaches. You step on an ant, still gonna be ants. Kill a mosquito, still gonna be mosquitoes. So on and so forth. Can't stop nature, which I believe is what God really is. The religious portion is the practice of the God that you believe in. All religion is the practice and tradition and custom of the belief system. How you go about your belief. That's all religion is. But nature still holds the W. Law comes in second place. Government, meaning when I say law, I'm talking about the government. Until your religious leaders can effectively change the language written in the law of the land, it doesn't matter what they preach about. It doesn't matter how much charity they give away, how many needy families they help, how many boxes of food they hand out on the back of trucks, how many youth centers they build, how many young gang members that they converted from being gang members and put a suit on them and turned them into positive people, which is good. Mind y'all, don't think that I'm shitting on religious organizations, as they do help people turn away from maybe a destructive path, but it still doesn't fix the problem. The problem is certain laws are written to help certain people and certain laws are written to disenfranchise certain people. So the true religion ought to be the law, the government of the land. If you're going to be a motivational speaker with a shirt and a tie on, you should aspire to be a politician or some government official, even if it's a cop, because the law is what affects your life. For example, there are some laws that are petty and there are some laws that are reasonable, but a law is a law. If it's against the law in your county to do such and such, and you don't particularly like that law, you can, instead of becoming a religious leader, you can start the path of political or take law, become an official of the law. And if you can get into that space, into that position, that promotion, once you gain the power to do so with your hand and pen or computer, you can type up, alter, update, or just completely change and make up a new law, and it will be set in stone, and the Constitution will honor it, Congress will honor it, House of Representatives, Senate, so on and so forth down the line as to the positions of politics and government. When you can do that, that's when you can affect change in your nation, in your country, in your city, in your state, in your land. Go to your church, pray, sing, dance, hoop, holler, donate, pay a tithe, whatever the fuck you want to do with your spare time. You are entitled to do that. That's not hurting anybody. It's really not. You by going to a meeting place to hoo and ha and hum, sing and dance and pray and read the scripture, that's not hurting anything. So not telling you not to do that. What I'm telling you is doing that does not affect change in the nation that you live in. In order to affect change, you have to change the law. How do you change the law? You either got to get into the law or you got to vote for the person you think is going to change it for you and make sure that they're going to do what they say they do when they run for office for that particular position of the law in that city, state, land, nation, whatever the situation is. You vote them in. You hope like hell they do what they say they're going to do. If they don't, when it's time for re-election, you vote them out. And if you have the tenacity, the financial backing, or the patience, you then become the government official and you change the damn law your damn self with the right credentials, the right backing, and the right people around you. The laws that are written as they are now, somebody got together, somebody did it, they was able to do it, so it can be done. But it's going to take everybody collectively to really say, hey, we want to change our circumstances as a people. And the only way to do that is for this law to say this and verbatim. Once that law is written and stamped by the government officials of the land, the law is in place. Now you got change. Whether it be discrimination laws, housing laws, city laws, whatever the law is, because there's so many of them. There's so many laws in any nation that it all depends on what you want as an individual for your county, your city, your state, your area. But praying to the religion that you believe in does not change the law. Physically writing on the paper of the law, or physically going down to the voting booth and voting for the person you think will change that law or make up a law, is the only way to affect change. So I say this to y'all as everybody talks and everybody got good ideas, but nothing, and I mean nothing, will change until the laws change. You can be a Muslim and you can be a Christian, and y'all can argue amongst yourselves as to Jesus and Muhammad, Gilgamesh and the Krishnas and all of these different figureheads of history that we don't know really exist anyway. None of these people are even alive today to write a law on a piece of paper and say, this is the law and this is what you got to do or don't do. There are people alive today, they got shirts and ties on, red and blue. We call them Democrats and Republicans. Then the green tie, independents. And then you got the three branches of government, legislative, judicial, and executive. Those three branches of government are the balance of power, odd number for a reason, because if there's only two branches can say, we both agree on this, and nobody to challenge them. The third branch, legislative, executive, and judicial. All three of these branches of government, there's three for a reason. When a law is written, the other two branches of government can agree or disagree. But if one doesn't agree, that's when they got to go back and say, hey, because one can protest and come back to a hearing and keep filibustering till they come to an agreement. The even number, the reason there's no even number and an odd number is because that oddball out. The oddball out can say nay. Probably still lose, but they can filibuster until they get some type of compromise. Because the idea is for all three of them to come into agreement for the said law that's being written or coming into play. Balance of power. Power is in the government, not in the money. Because people say money is power. Nah, not necessarily. Money is a tool. Money is it's a leg up, but it's still not power. Power has nothing to do with money. Power is position on the chessboard. Power is titles in the government. Power decides whether you can get a job, can get a driver's license, get a house, can get a car, can live here on this side of town, live on that side of town, drive your car on this street, walk across a certain street. Laws decide your fate, not religions. Ultimately, the nature is going to decide all our fucking fates. But nature is going to do its thing, and we're just going to prepare for nature and survive nature. But outside of nature deciding our fate, law is the second thing in place that decides our fate. Not the religious belief you believe in. The religious leader that leads your religion or belief in the city or the building or the church you go to does not have any power whatsoever as it pertains to the law of the land that you live in. So go to your church, go to your synagogues, go to your cathedrals, go to your mosques, go there and practice the traditions of your family, how you grew up. Have fun with that shit. Do what you do. But when y'all get through hooping and hollering, humming and singing and shit, when y'all leave that building, we got some laws over here that's still affecting. For example, the way the law is written and worded allows police officers to kill certain groups of people and get away with it and not be brought up on no charges. It's not even necessarily racism. Racism, yeah, but it's not, set in stone racism. Law is why certain police officers can kill certain people and get away with it. Change the law, you change your life. Effective change comes with changing the law, because nobody has ever been able to change nature. We have no control over nature. There's nothing we can do. We just survive nature. So we have to put nature out of the conversation, because I only talked about it as an example. Nature is going to do its thing, and it's going to always operate independently of our laws and our beliefs. But even as we put nature aside, the next thing in line is law, not religion. Law. This your boy Open Mind, dropping real truth bombs. Y'all already know this though. This isn't new information. I'm not telling y'all something y'all don't already know. Y'all just ignore it and you cling to other things for what I like to call escapism You escape to your religion to avoid facing the laws in front of you because you feel like you can't do anything about it. Well, if the law is what it is, what can I do? That's the defeated mentality. You may not necessarily have the charisma or the wherewithal, patience, financial backing, or even the knowledge to be a political figure, government official, even a police officer, but you're still an American citizen. You're a citizen of a nation, and you can go vote for the individual or individuals that you feel are going to represent you for your particular needs and your effectiveness, your position in the nation you live in. Read the laws. If you don't understand the law, talk to somebody who do and have them break it down to you in layman's terms. You don't have to memorize every law, but you need to understand that ignorance to the law is not bliss. This your boy Open Mind dropping truth bombs. I hope y'all really think about this. Take it into consideration. 2018 election year. November coming quick. It's already second week of April. This year is flying by. Look, figure out who you want to vote for. I hope there's no prejudice and hatred in the hearts of the people out here, even though it is. But take your ass down to that voting booth. Read up on the person that's running. Make your voice heard about what laws you want changed, altered, updated, or even made up. And that is the focus in order to get real change in the nation that you live in. I holla on another day. Deuces. Create a bless. Get money.